Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So, 140-pound fighter Teofimo Lopez had a match, his second fight at 140 versus Sandor Martin. A really good boxer, a really slick and finesse type of guy. Got good foot movement, good distance control, good jab, good counter punching. You know, really good boxer. Teofimo Lopez, I've explained to you guys and given multiple analysis and breakdowns on what type of fighter I think Lopez is. I think he is and all of that holds true, which is, if you read the title, you know, that's pretty much the theme of this video. You know, he's a very explosive athlete, got good punching power, good hand speed, just a really explosive guy and very athletic. And there are some boxing skills there. You don't make it this far in the sport of boxing without some level of skill. You don't go 12 rounds with, whether Vasyl Lomachenko had an injury or not, you don't go 12 rounds with that guy without some level of skill, right? So the guy does have some skill. But in this fight, I think that Teofimo Lopez he's been exposed before. We saw what he looked like in the Nakatani fight. We saw what he looked like in the George Kambosos fight. And we saw what he looked like in this Sandor Martin fight, right? Now, it was a very competitive fight through and through. And no fighter really just separated themselves vastly. However, I think that from the trained eye, if you know what you're looking at, if you know how to score fights, you look at the fact that Sandor Martin knocked Teofimo Lopez down really twice. One of them didn't get counted, but he knocked him down. I thought he landed the crisper, more clean shots, the more effective shots. I thought that he did the better and more intelligent boxing. Lopez did, I wouldn't necessarily say control the pace of the fight, but he did push the pace of the fight. He was the fighter coming forward. He was the guy throwing punches, but he wasn't throwing enough punches for that aggression to be effective. He wasn't landing enough shots for that aggression and that come forward style to be effective and to be scoring points like the judges ultimately scored that fight. So the scorecards it was a split decision in which, if you was going to do a split decision, it should have went to Martin. I could see Martin winning a split decision and maybe one of the judges being so, you know, because sometimes judges like different stuff. They might like a guy coming forward even though he's not necessarily doing a lot of damage or landing a lot of clean and effective shots. But they might fancy that over a guy fighting off of the back foot with the lower punch output, being second. Teofimo being first, Sandor Martin being second, countering and making him miss and making him pay. So it really depends on what the judges like. So it wouldn't be crazy to me if it was a split decision for Sandor Martin and one of the judges maybe had it like 115, 114 or some shit like that. And then the other two judges scored for Martin 116, 112 or 117, 111, something like that. You dig what I'm saying? But those weren't the scorecards. It was, it was a 10-round fight. So those numbers, you know, they fit a 12-round fight, not necessarily a 10-round fight, but you get what I'm saying, right? But the decision went to Lopez. Now, we know that was a political play, top-ranked Bob Arum. They have this kid who took a loss. He's being found out before our eyes. But they see that he's young, 24 years old, 24, 25. I believe he's 24. Really young fighter who they might see him and say that he has a huge upside. But I've been telling you guys this whole time that Lopez is a limited fighter. I think he has the pizzazz and the athleticism and the explosiveness that can excite fans. Fans that just want to see motherfuckers do backflips after the fight. Fans that want to see motherfuckers throw on the Heisman Trophy winner's jersey and shit on Heisman night. You know, fans that like to see a knockout here and there. You feel me? You will get that when you see Lopez fight. But that's really all you're going to get. Number one, he needs a better coach. But I think the coaching, the information that he's getting from his current coach, which is his father, his lifelong coach, I think that's embedded in him. And I believe that's going to be really hard to shake. It's going to be really hard for an outsider, a new coach, even if that coach is way better than his father. And I don't think you'll have to search very far to find one. But I think it's going to be very tough for an outsider to come in and break up that dynamic and really be able to enforce his ideology and his processes and his preparation for Teofimo Lopez and help him get better, help him use those raw natural abilities and really cultivate that and turn him into a complete fighter. It's going to be tough for somebody to come in and do that, man, because I think this guy has he's been taught wrong his whole life. He's been taught wrong. And he's been made to believe that he's something that he's not. His father, and of course, that's his father. You're supposed to speak life into your child. You're supposed to give him positive reinforcement, let him know, man, yeah, you the champ. You this, man. Can't nobody beat my son. But you gotta be real with him too. And if you're gonna be talking like that, you gotta be really giving him the game so he can actually go out there and put forth those skills that you say that he possessed. So he can actually go out there and put those performances on and really be everything that you claim that he is, right? So it's going to be hard for somebody to come in and break that shit up, which furthermore, it goes to what I've been saying. This guy I think we've already seen the best of Teofimo Lopez. He's peaked. The best that the night that he fought Vasyl Lomachenko, that was the best that you ever going to see him. And to be honest with you, that fight was so lackluster into the last 4 or 5 rounds because Lomachenko didn't throw punches for 7 rounds. Lomachenko essentially gave him the first 6 rounds. Lomachenko was so reluctant and timid and passive in those first 6 rounds. Shit, all Lopez had to do was just walk forward. He didn't even have to throw no punches. Just walk forward and stalk him the whole first 6 rounds. And you get those. You got those in the books already. All you got to do is not get knocked the fuck out. At the very least, it's going to be a draw. So that fight was so weird, not taking nothing away from Lopez because he won that fight. Lomachenko did realize, okay, I got this injury. And I mean, I'm not giving him no excuses because we know that motherfucker done duck smoke. We know Lomachenko done did some flaw shit in his career. So I ain't cutting him no slack. But just being logical and speaking how I feel and from what I see, he wasn't the same Lomachenko that I would normally see. You dig what I'm saying? Especially fighting some young motherfucker. Lomachenko will relish in the moment or opportunity to school some young punk. You dig what I'm saying? But that wasn't how he was fighting in the first 6 rounds. But on the back end of that fight, Lomachenko said, man, fuck it. Man, I'm finna throw these punches. I'm finna let this shit go, man, and shit, barbecue a meal, do it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And he started having a lot of success. At one point in that fight, I thought Lomachenko was gonna stop Lopez. You started seeing his head getting popped back, and you know what I'm saying? He was getting them hands put on him. And I'm like, damn, Lomachenko, what was that in the first 6 rounds? You probably could have stopped that man. And that's why I said if they had a rematch, Lomachenko stopped Lopez. That's facts. He stopped him. This guy is a limited fighter, and I told y'all the whole time it was hype. I told y'all the whole time it was fluff and it was bluff. I told y'all that shit. You see him at the end of the Sandor Martin fight, and I don't know if Lopez even realized that there were cameras on him at that moment. In that particular moment after the fight, he's You know, he got Caleb Williams jersey on from USC. Shout out to Caleb Williams, won a Heisman Trophy. He got his jersey on, and you know, he laying on the ropes, man, and he kind of collecting himself, man. You know, he talking to his people, and he like, hey, man, do I still got it? Damn. Am I still good? Do they still love me, man? You feel what I'm saying? He's second guessing himself, doubting himself, asking himself all these questions, asking his people these questions, you know, and then he put his chin in his chest, just sad, I damn near almost felt bad for him, but then I had to think back to when they won them 3 titles, and I told you, I say this shit all the time, got a couple of dollars now, this nigga think he Ricky. You feel me? He got them titles and he started acting all funny. Before he got the titles, he talking big shit like, yeah, you know, yeah, if I'm the champ, because everybody know Lomachenko was ducking Devin Haney. But Lopez was like, shit, you know, when we get the titles, his daddy talking real crazy, real greasy. When we get the titles, you know, shit, we want all the smoke. But then when they get them hoes, they start acting like they won the World Cup. They start acting like they won the Super Bowl 7 years in a row. Can't nobody touch us. We beat Loma. We got J-Lo coming to the Triller fight. We got J-Lo. We beat Loma. We don't got to do nothing. Devin Haney, who is he? Devin Haney? We the real undisputed champ. Knowing damn well you motherfuckers didn't have all 4 belts. Just going around lying. You know what I'm saying? Saying all this bullshit, just talking like you just the shit. Whole time motherfuckers know the truth. I've been telling y'all the truth. I've been telling y'all this dude wasn't as good as all that shit that y'all was saying he was, bruh. All he is an explosive fighter. That's it. I've been telling y'all Devin Haney will get in there and put them hands on that boy and school him and make him look like an amateur. I've been telling y'all that. If Sandor Martin can do that, what the fuck you think Devin Haney gonna do? Devin Haney hit way harder than Sandor Martin. He's a way sharper fighter than Sandor Martin. No disrespect to Martin, that's a good fighter. But he's not Devin Haney. Devin Haney got better defense, got faster hands, he hit harder. He throws more combinations. Devin Haney is a smarter fighter. Devin Haney is just a more complete fighter, and he's the undisputed champion of the world. You feel what I'm saying? So he go up to 140 and trust and believe. He gonna be hitting a little harder at 140. He gonna be hitting a little harder at 140. Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, that man can't fuck with Devin Haney. And I've been telling y'all that shit. That dude wasn't nothing but fluff and bluff. I told y'all that. I had motherfuckers arguing me down. Man, you know, Teofimo, I think he'll stop Devin Haney. Man, he'll knock him out. Man, Devin Haney don't got no power. Now you motherfuckers realizing power ain't everything. Who you think hit harder? Lopez or Sandor Martin? Who the fuck got knocked down? Not Sandor Martin. Lopez hit harder. He got more knockouts. Sandor Martin, I think he got like a 30% knockout percentage? 30% knockout ratio? Yet he's clearly the more skilled fighter when they step in the ring. I keep telling y'all, bro, that power shit ain't everything. Yeah, it look nice. Yeah, it sells tickets. It's fun to watch. I like knockouts. But at the end of the day, it's about winning. Give a fuck how you do it. I don't give a fuck if you hit somebody with a 2-piece, a 3-piece, a 4-piece. You know what I'm saying? And you knock them out. I don't care if you outskill them, outwill them. I don't give a fuck how you get it done. As long as it's legal, you win. That's what this shit about, winning. And Lopez ain't winning that fight. Y'all know he ain't winning that fight. We saw who the superior boxer was. And you saw the limited fighter that is Teofimo Lopez. You put that boy in the ring with Devin Haney, he gonna get his ass whooped. And that shit ain't just changed now. It been that way. It's just that you don't put him in the ring, we ain't gonna see. That power shit ain't everything. I keep telling y'all, bro. Teofimo Lopez is a limited fighter, and he was everything that I said he was. And to all you motherfuckers who was trying to argue me down, claiming that this dude just some great fighter, bro. I told you motherfuckers he wasn't that. I told you what he was. It's only gonna be a matter of time before he get exposed. Now I'm gonna leave this video on a positive note, man. Look, man, I hope he get his shit together. Get him another coach. Find some belief in himself. I know he having mental issues and all that, but hey, I ain't really got no sympathy for you because you walking around this motherfucker talking shit, eating Hershey bars on the scale at the weigh-ins and shit. You talking big shit. So if you gonna give it, you gotta be able to take it. If you gonna carry yourself like that, you gotta be able to take that shit. So any negativity that's coming his way, shit, he deserve it. Because he ain't did shit but give out negative energy since he been on the scene. And like I said, he everything that I told you motherfuckers he was. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. How did y'all feel about Teofimo Lopez and his performance versus Sandor Martin? I think you gotta call that a robbery. You gotta call it a robbery. But I'm interested and I'm open to see what y'all think. If I'm wrong, if y'all don't think it was a robbery, if y'all actually scored it for Lopez. And then also let me know what you think is next for Lopez. What's the next viable option for him? Should he lay low, fight a couple of C plus guys, get his confidence up, get a couple of knockouts, and then, get back in there with somebody that's credible? Should he switch up trainers? Do you even think he would even do that? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.